as far as I'm aware, that's where the God association came from as well, right?
Association from
For the gods pantheons, right? So like if you are operating at the absolute peak of everything, where you have all the different archetypes are all like stacked on top of each other and each trussing one another. It builds like this pyramid, and at the top of that pyramid is Zeus. It's like
the god of
control
gods.
even the lightning. Yeah, the father of all the gods.
Mm.
Then you have Hera is like there's a complicated character. I don't think she has any one particular aspect, but a very feminine, motherly
Hmm.
deity. You have Ares, the god of war.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so what is Ares, the god of war, as far as emotions are concerned? Well,
Anger, obviously.
obviously anger and spite and wrath. Yeah, it's whatever makes you want to take a bearded axe to your neighbor.
That gets a little weird though, because they looked at these gods as a lot as feelings, right? That feeling, it could be a god that could control you. But what about stuff like there's certain ones in there that are like Hermes. What feeling is that? What the fuck is that about?
The the messenger god,
Yeah, what
swiftness,
emotion does that play
loyalty,
on? I don't even
knowledge,
know.
swiftness, loyalty, knowledge, and then it's also that these gods,
Mm.
it's not that the gods were emotions, but they controlled the emotions, right? So it's like if you're angry, and if you're going to war, that anger and fury and wrath, that's a blessing from Ares trying to
Mm.
protect you in this chaotic situation, right?
Isn't Jupiter
Or
something like that too?
what's that?
Isn't Jupiter something like that too? I
Which
thought
one is it?
I
Is it
thought Jupiter
Jupiter?
was in that world as well, as far
Well,
as like war and stuff.
yeah, there are the Greeks. You see, and I don't know much about the pantheons, but I do know the
It goes
Greeks
deep.
had
There's a
the
lot to know
same
there.
Roman pantheon of sorts, but theirs were planetary based. So
Oh
Saturn,
yeah,
Jupiter, Venus,
Mercury.
Mercury. Yep. Mercury was the messenger.
So
Hermes.
are these different? Are these the Greeks
Mars
and the
was
Romans? Is that what this is?
what's that?
Are these different branches entirely? Are we talking about Greeks and Romans when we're talking about planetary and emotions, or are they both?
Well, it's I think it's kind of all of it. I think
Mm,
they had this
yeah.
this idea that in the same way that Christians, Jews, Muslims do, that God, or gods in their instance, are ontological. They are a source of everything. It starts with them. And
Source
break.
energy.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
keep
like that.
calling it.
Yeah, there would not be anger without Ares, but then there would also not be the ability to hunt or kill or this or that. And so other gods
Really
that
fundamental. That's crazy.
lower on the pantheon, your god of hunting is obviously subservient
It's
to the
so
god of Ares.
fundamental to their thinking. So fundamental.
Oh yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of wisdom there as long as you can peel back some of the mysticism.
It gets weird though. It gets weird. Like the Egyptians were really strange to me because it's
Oh,
like
right.
they took the sun and turned that into a god, and then they took a dog, Anubis, and turned that into a god. I'm like, what are we doing? We're just naming stuff because it fucking fits something. What are we
Yeah,
even?
yeah, and the cats
The
and
cat.
people too, but not all people. Only a couple of them here or there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
some of them really sucked too. So it wasn't even like
Yes, some of
good
them were
people.
terrible.
Some of them were short, so it's not like the tallest. It's like,
Hmm.
no, we're gonna just arbitrarily choose one bloodline.
That's the perfect word for it. It seems arbitrarily chosen. Like Went to some damn museum recently and I saw a lot of the stuff and they were talking about how the Egyptians had this and it was the god of this. And I'm like, this is just stuff you see in life and you're trying to just put a thing on it to make it a universal thing for everybody to understand or something. But it seems like such a stretch the way they did it. I don't know.
Oh well, yeah. There's a lot of it is narrative, and
Yeah.
then that's the problem with so much of it being
That is
narrative.
maybe even a better word than arbitrary narrative. Yeah, because they're drawing their society and their image and all that stuff, right?
Yep. And we do the same thing with history too. We find something and then we view it through our lens,
They say,
so it's like,
what do they say? History and then his story.
yep, yep, pretty much. And then, of course, you know who history is written by.
Man,
The victor.
yeah.
Always